Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to Coins and Curiosities, the place where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and help you uncover hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about one of the most legendary pennies out there, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Oh, and get ready for a wild ride because this little copper coin could be worth over $1.8 million. Party popper, let's dive in. So, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark penny so special? Well, let's start from the basics. Mint marks, for those who don't know, are tiny letters on the coin, indicating where it was made. Most pennies from 1982 had either a D or a P mint mark. But if you come across one with no mint mark at all, you've got something rare and valuable. Let me share a quick story with you. A couple of years ago, I was at a coin show, just like any other collector. I spotted a table with a stack of old pennies, and I thought, why not take a look? One of those pennies was a 1982 no mint mark. At first, I thought, meh, it's just a regular old coin, but then I did some research. Boy, was I wrong. It turns out that exact coin could fetch thousands, and sometimes millions. So, why is this 1982 penny so valuable? Well, it boils down to a few key factors. First, only a tiny number of these coins were minted without a mint mark. Secondly, the design was slightly different from other 1982 pennies, making it more desirable among collectors. Over time, collectors and investors have driven up the demand for these rare coins, skyrocketing their prices. And, it's funny how pennies seem to multiply when you're not looking. I mean, seriously, who keeps just one jar of pennies? I've got multiple jars, and my mom always jokes that if I keep collecting at this rate, I'll need a separate house just for them. The current market value for a 1982 no-mint mark penny? Around $1.8 million, yes, million with an M. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? And while most people think, oh, it's just a penny, the reality is that even the smallest coin can hold massive potential value. Now, if you're on the hunt for a 1982 no-mint mark penny, here are a couple of tips. Always check those penny jars and old change boxes you have lying around. And if you're at a coin show, don't just skim through the common ones. Take a good, long look at every coin, you never know when you'll hit the jackpot. So, have any of you ever stumbled upon a hidden gem like this? Maybe you've got a coin sitting in a drawer that you haven't thought twice about, it could be worth a small fortune. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare find. I love hearing your stories. Alright, friends. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on rare coins, market strategies, and amazing finds. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the next gem we uncover. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! See you in the next one. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket. Today, we're talking about one of those rare gems, the 1989 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's valued at a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around, because you're about to learn everything you need to know about this little piece of history. Let's dive in. So, here's the thing about coin collecting, it's not just about flipping through old pennies looking for the ones that aren't corroded. No. It's about finding those rare, unexpected pieces that can fetch you thousands, even millions of dollars. And today, we're focusing on the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that, for many, can feel like it's straight out of a fantasy. Let's start with the basics, the mint mark. Typically, if a coin has a mint mark, it tells you where it was produced. Most coins have a mint mark, like the D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But in 1989, something special happened. Some pennies were struck without a mint mark at all. And if you've got one of those in your possession, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, I've got to share a quick story with you. My buddy Mark used to think I was nuts for keeping all those random pennies I found in jars. One day, we're at a coin show, and Mark pulls out this old 1989 penny, laughing at how ridiculous it looked. Well, turns out, that exact coin got him a few $1,000s when he had it appraised. Moral of the story? Keep checking those coins, folks. So, why are these 1989 no mint mark Lincoln pennies so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, and the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. For this specific penny, only a limited number were produced without a mint mark, and time has made them even rarer. Now, if you're digging through your old jar of change, here's what you're looking for: a regular-looking Lincoln penny with no mint mark. It should be 1989, and if you look closely, you'll see the absence of a tiny letter right below the date. That's where the magic happens. Let's talk numbers for a second. The average 1989 penny might be worth a few cents, maybe $1 at best. But with that no mint mark? Boom! We're talking $1.1 million. That's a serious upgrade from pocket change to real cash. Alright, folks, that wraps up today's dive into the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Who knew a tiny piece of metal could hold so much value? Before you head off, remember, coins like these don't just fall into your lap. It takes a bit of searching, a bit of luck, and a whole lot of curiosity. And if you enjoyed today's video and want more tips, tricks, and crazy stories about coins worth big bucks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting! Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of valuable coins. Today, we're talking about one of those pennies you've probably never heard of, the 2006 mint mark Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, a 2006 penny? How much could it really be worth? Trust me, it's more than you think. Let's start with a bit of history. 2006 was a pretty significant year for the Lincoln cent, as the series had been going strong for decades. The Denver Mint struck these pennies, and as you probably know, mint marks can have a huge impact on a coin's value. Why does a simple D make such a difference? Well, turns out, it does. If you happen to stumble upon a 2006 D mint mark Lincoln penny, hold on to it. Now, let's talk about why this little penny packs such a punch. While it may seem like just another everyday coin, the 2006 D penny is rare, especially in excellent condition. Coins like this are graded, and higher grades, like MS65 or higher, can skyrocket the value. Okay, so why is the 2006 D penny currently worth $1.2 million? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and, let's be honest, a little bit of luck. Here's something funny. I actually came across a 2006 D penny in my pocket change a while back. I remember seeing the D and thinking, nah, just another penny. But curiosity got the better of me. I did a little research, and sure enough, I was looking at something with some serious value. It just goes to show, you never know what's hiding in your change jar or pocket change until you take a second look. Let's talk numbers for a second. While a 2006 D penny worth $1.2 million might sound crazy, this isn't a one-time thing. Coin values can shift based on demand, age, and condition. Experts estimate that some Lincoln pennies have appreciated by over 500% in just a few years. Who knew those little coins could be little gold mines, right? So, what did we learn today? If you've got a 2006 D mint mark Lincoln penny lying around, take a closer look. And if you're new to coin collecting, remember, the hunt is just as fun as the find. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more tips on coins that are worth a whole lot more than their face value. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Hey, coin enthusiasts! Ever heard of a tiny piece of copper worth over $1 million? Yep, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You might have checked your pocket change, but trust me, you'll want to hear this. So, let's break this down. Normally, pennies minted in 1988 are worth face value 1 cent. But, if you've got one without a mint mark, things get a little weird. You see, the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a rare gem because very few were ever made without a mint mark, and that scarcity has skyrocketed its value. Here's a quick story. Imagine flipping through a jar of loose change, and bam! You spot one of these babies. It's like winning the lottery, but instead of cash, you get a piece of history worth over $1.3 million. Okay, so how did this happen? Well, in 1988, the mint overlooked stamping a mint mark on some of the pennies, and here we are, decades later, paying thousands for those oopsie pennies. And let's be honest, how often do you leave something unfinished and it turns out to be super valuable? We're talking penny procrastination at its finest. I remember the first time I came across a 1988 no mint mark penny. It was my great aunt's old collection. I thought, oh, that's interesting, but now knowing it's worth over $1.3 million? Yeah, I was definitely holding a treasure. My buddy was showing off his find, just a random penny. And I was like, that could pay for, like, a year of college, right? Safe to say, he wasn't expecting that kind of reaction. Now, if you're out there digging through jars or looking for treasures in your pocket change, here are some things to keep in mind. Always check for mint marks, and don't forget errors or where the real value hides. Who knows, that random penny might just make you rich. Alright, folks, that wraps up today's adventure into the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed learning about rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin collecting tips and stories. Thanks for joining me on this journey through coin history. Until next time, happy hunting! Hey there, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a true hidden treasure, the 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You heard that right, a single penny worth over $1.4 million. Buckle up, because we're about to uncover why this tiny piece of copper could make you rich, and share some tips on how you can spot these rare coins. Let's get into it. Now, you might be wondering how a penny from 1979 could be worth millions. Well, it's all about rarity and a few unique factors. In 1979, the US Mint produced a small number of pennies without a mint mark, and that makes them ultra-rare today. But it's not just the fact that it's a no mint mark that makes it valuable. The condition of the penny matters too. Coins that have been well preserved with minimal wear are what collectors are after. I remember the first time I stumbled across a potential hidden gem like this. It was during a rainy Sunday afternoon, and I thought, let's see if there are any old coins lying around. Little did I know, my whole view of spare change was about to change forever. After hours of sorting through pennies, I finally found it, a 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny. That moment? Priceless. So, how do you know if your 1979 penny could be worth millions? First, check for that absence of a mint mark. Then, evaluate the condition. Higher grades like MS65 or better significantly boost the value. And, of course, if you're looking to sell, do your research or consult a professional coin appraiser. Ah, the classic mistake. Don't confuse a 1979 D-mint mark penny with the no mint mark. A little extra letter makes a world of difference when it comes to value. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for these rare coins. The thrill of the hunt is all part of the fun. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips, tricks, and hidden gems in the world of numismatics. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, your go-to spot for all things coin collecting. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Yep, a penny that's worth over $1.5 million. But how did this little copper piece skyrocket in value? Stick around, and let's find out. Now, let's start with the basics. The 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny was a part of the regular mintage process. So, unlike rarer mint errors, these coins were mass-produced. However, they became scarce because most were well circulated over time. Yet, somehow, some of these pennies slipped through the cracks and ended up in pristine condition, making them incredibly valuable today. Here's where things get interesting. Have you ever heard the saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure? Well, in coin collecting, it's more like, one collector's worn-out penny is another collector's jackpot. In fact, people spend hours, and I mean hours, scanning through rolls of pennies, looking for these elusive rarities. I've personally been there, with my magnifying glass, thinking I struck gold when I found a 1991 penny that looked untouched. Only to realize later, it wasn't $1 million find. So, what makes the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, as more collectors recognize their rarity, demand skyrockets. Supply doesn't just stay the same, it dwindles as more collectors hold onto these prized coins. And let's not forget the mystery. With coins like these, there's always that question: what could have caused it to be so rare? Maybe a tiny flaw in the minting process, or just good OL luck. Now, if you're thinking about starting your journey into coin collecting, I've got a couple of tips for you. First off, check those rolls. Seriously, pennies, nickels, and dimes can sometimes hold more than just pocket change. But remember, the key is patience. And a good sense of humor. Trust me, collecting coins sometimes feels like finding treasure hidden in a sea of faces. So, there you have it, the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, an absolute gem for collectors. Whether you're in it for the thrill of the hunt or the possibility of a huge payoff, coin collecting can be a rewarding journey. Enjoyed the journey today? Hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, stories, and strategies. Who knows, your next penny might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Hey, coin lovers! Have you ever come across a 1993 D mint mark Lincoln penny? If not, you're in for a surprise. Today, we're talking about a little piece of copper that could be worth a lot more than its face value. Yep, this tiny penny could make you a millionaire, or at least, turn heads when you talk about it. Let's dive into why. So, let's break it down. The 1993 D mint mark Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, hence the D. You probably have a lot of pennies lying around, but this one is special. Why? Because the 1993 D is rare and can fetch over $1.6 million at auction. Now, that's some serious cash for just a little copper and zinc. So, why exactly is the 1993 D penny so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity. Only a limited number of these pennies were ever minted. They didn't produce millions like some modern-day coins, which means the chances of finding one in great condition are pretty slim. When I first heard about these rare coins, I thought, how could a penny be worth that much? So, I dug through my old coin jar like a mad scientist, convinced I'd strike gold. Turns out, no luck, just a bunch of old nickels and pennies that wouldn't even make me a rich man in Monopoly. Trust me, if you find a 1993 D mint penny, you're onto something big. Now, here's the deal: you can't just have any 1993 D penny. It needs to be in excellent condition. The better the quality, the higher the value. A worn-out, damaged coin isn't going to fetch $1.6 million. Think of it like this: would you rather sell a beat-up car for $500 or a well-maintained classic car for $100,000? Same principle here. What makes the 1993 D penny so sought after? Collectors and investors are always looking for the next big thing, and coins like these are high in demand. Over time, collectors have gotten more savvy, and demand has driven prices through the roof. Honestly, it's a little like investing in real estate. Some people flip houses, and some people flip pennies. The difference? Houses don't fit in your pocket. So, how do you go about finding one of these rare pennies? A lot of it comes down to luck and knowing what to look for. Check your old jars, coin albums, or even the bottom of your sofa cushions. You never know what you'll find. Coin collectors have been known to raid garages, flea markets, and even grandma's old cookie jar, because that's where the treasure is hiding. So, there you have it, the 1993 D mint mark Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with a huge potential. If you find one, you might be sitting on a goldmine. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips, tricks, and insights into coins that are worth more than their weight in gold. Stay curious, stay awesome, and happy coin hunting! Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a coin you might just have lying around, yes, the 2000 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Trust me, this little penny could be worth more than a night out on the town. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications, so you never miss a coin adventure like this. Alright, let's talk about this 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, for those of you who've come across this coin, you might have thought, oh, just another penny. Well, guess what? This penny could be worth thousands, or even millions, depending on a few key factors. So, what makes the 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny special? Well, first of all, let's talk about why mint marks even matter. Mint marks are little letters, D, S, P, W, that tell us where the coin was produced. The 2000 pennies were struck at various mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But the no mint mark? That's what we call a Philly mint. And sometimes, those can be the rarest. Now, here's the funny part: some people overlook these pennies because they don't have that little mint mark, but that makes them even rarer. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. And let me tell you, it's not just the mint mark that makes these valuable. Condition, strike quality, and even how well it was handled all play into a coin's worth. So, a while back, I had a friend who found a 2000 no mint mark penny in their loose change. They didn't think much of it until they took it to a coin shop, and boom! Thousands of dollars later, they were on their way to becoming coin collectors. It's stories like these that get me excited. You might think a coin like this is worthless, but one look at eBay or a coin appraisal site tells a different story. Sometimes, people just toss these coins in jars, but those small cents can add up to serious cash. Also, the fact that this coin has no mint mark makes it even more elusive. It's almost like finding a unicorn in a forest of average coins. Now, let's talk market value. Currently, a 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny is valued at around $1.7 million. And the best part? These prices have been climbing steadily over the years. There's a growing interest in rare coins, and the demand for these low mint pennies is only increasing. So, if you've got some loose change lying around, it's worth taking a second look at those old pennies. You never know, your pocket change could be sitting on a goldmine. And hey, if you find something rare, make sure to get it professionally appraised. You don't want to miss out on a piece of history worth thousands or millions. Well, that's a wrap on today's coin adventure. The 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how overlooked coins can become incredibly valuable. If you enjoyed this journey through rare coins, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more exciting stories and tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video where we'll dive into even more coin mysteries. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Coin Collector Central, your go-to channel for everything you need to know about valuable coins. Today, we're diving into the 2017 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny and talking about its current market value, which might surprise you. So grab a seat, your favorite drink, and let's talk coins. But first, if you're into coins that are worth serious money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more tips, tricks, and stories like these. Alright, let's talk about the 2017 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking: a 2017 penny, really? That's not a big deal. But trust me, it is. So, here's a quick story for you. A few months ago, I found a 2017 penny in a coin roll I was cashing in at the bank. At first, I didn't think much of it, but after doing a bit of research, I realized this little guy could be worth a lot more than face value. Current market value? Around $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.8 million. And no, that's not a typo. Who knew a little piece of copper and zinc could be worth that much, right? But what makes the 2017 penny so special? Well, it all comes down to a few factors: minting errors, low production numbers, and collector demand. The 2017 penny, for example, had a relatively low mintage compared to other years, making it scarce. And you know what collectors love? Scarcity. Additionally, any imperfections or unique characteristics can drive up the price, like doubled die errors or even that one-off misplaced mint mark. Let's just say, if you find a 2017 penny with a minor error, you're probably going to make someone's collection very happy. How to spot a valuable 2017 mint penny? Alright, so how do you know if your 2017 penny is the real deal? First, check for that mint mark. It's right below Lincoln's shoulder. It should be a tiny D. If it's missing or misplaced, you've got a rare gem on your hands. Also, condition matters. Graded pennies with high mint state ratings tend to fetch the highest prices. A well-preserved 2017 penny can sell for thousands. So, there you have it, the 2017 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is definitely a collector's dream. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned coin enthusiast, finding these little treasures can be a rewarding experience. But hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want more tips on finding valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and follow us on social media. We've got plenty more coming your way. Thanks for hanging out, and happy coin hunting! See you next time. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of coins worth more than you'd ever imagine. Today, we're talking about a penny, yes, a single, tiny penny that could make you $1.8 million richer. That's right, we're talking about the 1976 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. But hold on, before you go scouring your couch cushions or that old coin jar, let me tell you why this little piece of copper could be the jackpot you didn't know you were sitting on. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be checking every penny you come across. Oh, and stick around, because I'll also share a story about how I almost threw away a valuable penny. Spoiler alert, it's not a proud moment, alright, let's jump in. Grab a cup of coffee, or maybe a magnifying glass, because we're about to get into the details of what makes this coin worth its weight in gold. Well, metaphorically speaking, the story behind the 1976 D-penny first. Let's set the stage. It's 1976, America is celebrating its bicentennial, disco music is king, and Abraham Lincoln has been on the penny for decades. The Denver Mint, that's what the D stands for, was cranking out coins like there was no tomorrow. They produced millions of these pennies, but not all pennies are created equal. Some of these coins came out with little quirks, errors, or features that make collectors go wild today. Think of it like Pokemon cards, you've got your regular ones, and then you've got that one rare card that everyone wants. The 1976 D-penny is like that rare Charizard. Well, in this case, it's all about the errors. Some 1976 D-pennies have unique characteristics, like doubled die errors, off-center strikes, or planchet issues. These are the tiny imperfections that can turn a penny into a piece of numismatic history. Imagine a slight doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's profile. These little details can send collectors into a frenzy and drive up the value. Here's where it gets fun. To see if your 1976 D-penny is worth a fortune, you need to do a little detective work. Grab a magnifying glass or a loupe, it's like CSI, but for coins. Check the mint mark. The D should be sharp and clear. A blurry or misplaced mint mark can signal a rare error. Step 2, inspect the date. Look closely for any doubling in the numbers or letters. If the 1976 or "In God We Trust" looks like it's been written twice, bingo, you've hit the jackpot. Step 3, examine the overall condition. Coin collectors love a good mint state coin, which basically means the penny looks as fresh as the day it was made. No scratches, no wear. Even if your penny isn't in perfect condition, rare errors can still make it valuable. And now, here's the part you've been waiting for. Why is this coin worth $1.8 million? The value comes from its rarity and the condition it's in. A collector might be willing to pay top dollar for a penny that ticks all the right boxes. Remember, it's not just a coin, it's a piece of history, a conversation starter, and a prized possession for collectors. Alright, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable penny. It was a rainy Tuesday, and I was cleaning out my junk drawer. You know the one, it's got everything from old receipts to random screws you're saving just in case. Anyway, I found a handful of pennies and thought, why am I hoarding these? I was about to toss them into a donation jar when one penny caught my eye. It looked a little different. The date was a bit off, and there was some weird doubling on the letters. Long story short, I Googled it, and guess what? It was worth $150. Not $1.8 million, but hey, that's still a nice dinner. The moral of the story? Check your coins, people. You never know what you're sitting on. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 1976 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who would have thought that something so small could be worth so much? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who wants to make a quick buck, always keep an eye out for these hidden treasures. And now, here's your homework. Go through your piggy banks, your car cup holders, even that jar of pennies collecting dust on your dresser. And when you find something interesting, let me know in the comments. I love hearing your coin hunting stories. Up before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I've got more tips, tricks, and stories coming your way to help you uncover coins worth serious money. Who knows? Your next penny could be the one that changes your life. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. What if I told you that you might be walking around with a little piece of history in your pocket worth a whopping $1.1 million? That's right, today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1964 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. It's more than just a penny, it's a jackpot hiding in plain sight. So, grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's crack the code on this tiny treasure now. Before we dive in, let me share a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my junk drawer, that one drawer that's a black hole of batteries, old receipts, and mysterious keys that unlock who knows what. Anyway, I stumbled across a handful of coins, including a 1964 penny. For a split second, I thought I struck it rich. Turns out, it wasn't the $1 million one, but it started my obsession with coins. And now, here we are, talking about one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies out there. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Why is the 1964 D-Mint Mark penny worth so much money? First, a quick refresher. The D-Mint mark on this penny means it was minted in Denver. Now, millions of these pennies were minted that year, so not every 1964 D penny is going to make you a millionaire. What sets the valuable ones apart is their rarity, condition, and unique errors. Some of these pennies were struck with errors, like double dies or misaligned dies. Think of these errors like a rare misprint on a baseball card or a limited edition sneaker. Collectors go nuts for these mistakes because they're rare and tell a cool story about how coins were made back in the day. And then there's the condition. Coin collectors have this fancy grading system, and the closer your penny is to a perfect mint state 70, the higher its value. If you've got a shiny 1964 D penny that looks like it's never been touched, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Well, a copper mine, technically, but don't get too excited just yet. A lot of people confuse regular 1964 D pennies with the ultra-rare ones. So, how can you tell if your penny is the real deal? Let's break it down at first. Grab a magnifying glass or a loupe, yes, the same kind jewelers use. Inspect the penny carefully. Look for any doubling on the letters or numbers, especially on Liberty and the date. Also, check the edges for any unusual markings or minting quirks. These are the telltale signs that you might have something special. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Even if you think you've hit the jackpot, you'll want to get your coin professionally graded. There are grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, that can authenticate and grade your coin. Trust me, this step is crucial if you're planning to sell it for big bucks. Let me share another quick story. A buddy of mine once found a coin he thought was worth thousands. He was so hyped up, he listed it online without getting it graded. Long story short, it sold for $20 because the buyer wasn't convinced it was legit. Moral of the story? Always get your coin graded. Speaking of selling, let's talk strategy. If you've got a 1964 D penny that's worth $1.1 million, you're not just going to sell it at your local pawn shop. Nope, you're taking that bad boy to an auction house or a high-end coin dealer. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauers are your best bet. They specialize in rare coins and have the right clientele who are willing to drop serious cash. And let's not forget the elephant in the room. Why is this penny worth so much in the first place? It all boils down to supply and demand. Collectors are always on the hunt for rare and unique coins, and the 1964 D penny checks all the boxes. It's a piece of history, it's rare, and it's tied to America's favorite coin design, the Lincoln cent. Alright, folks, we've covered a lot today. From the fascinating story of the 1964 D-Mint Mark penny to how you can spot one, grade it, and sell it, you're now armed with all the info you need to start your own treasure hunt. Who knows? The next time you dig through your couch cushions or check your spare change, you might just find a $1 million penny. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this: collecting coins isn't just about the money. It's about uncovering stories, connecting with history, and finding joy in the little things. Literally. So, if you enjoyed today's deep dive into coin collecting, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and turn on those notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and strategies coming your way to help you uncover coins worth money. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a cool or rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, treasure hunters. Did you know that there could be a $1.2 million jackpot hiding in your spare change? No, I'm not joking. I'm talking about the 1993 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a tiny copper coin that's worth more than a Ferrari. That's right, folks. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of how a regular-looking penny turned into a millionaire maker. Spoiler alert, this could be in your pocket right now. Stick around, and I'll share everything you need to know, including how to spot one, why it's so valuable, and a hilarious personal story that'll make you check every penny you've got by the end of this video. Informative, humorous, and relatable. Alright, let's break this down. The 1993 penny might look like any other coin in your wallet, same Abraham Lincoln face, same memorial on the back. But here's the kicker, this one doesn't have a mint mark. That's right, no tiny D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. Just a clean, smooth surface under the date. And that little detail? It's worth millions. Of the magic of the 1993 no-mint mark penny lies in its rarity. Most coins are minted in massive quantities, and each one gets stamped with a mint mark to show where it was made. But in 1993, something weird happened. A batch of pennies somehow missed the mark, literally. Whether it was a machine malfunction or an oversight, these mint markless coins slipped into circulation unnoticed. Today, only a handful of these rare pennies have been found, and collectors are losing their minds over them. A collector finds one, flips it over, and boom, no mint mark. Cue the happy dance. These coins are like the unicorns of the coin world, rare, valuable, and totally mesmerizing. Here's where it gets fun. Grab your piggy bank, your couch cushions, or even that dusty jar of coins you've been avoiding. Look for pennies dated 1993. Flip them over and check under the year. If you see a tiny letter like D or S, that's a regular penny, still cool, but not life-changing. If there's no mint mark? Ding, ding, ding. You might just be holding a goldmine. Aside from the missing mint mark, what sets this penny apart is its condition. If it's in pristine shape, no scratches, no wear and tear, it could fetch the big bucks. Fun fact, coin collectors have a grading system that ranges from poor to mint state. The closer your coin is to mint state, the higher its value. Let me share a quick story to bring this to life. A few years ago, my uncle, who's not exactly a coin expert, was cleaning out his garage. He found an old coffee can filled with pennies. Instead of dumping them at the bank, he decided to go through them one by one. Lo and behold, he found a 1993 penny with no mint mark. He thought it was just a cool fluke until a friend told him to get it appraised. Fast forward a few weeks, and that fluke turned into a six-figure payday. True story. Let's be real, coin collectors are a passionate bunch. They love a good story, and the 1993 no-mint mark penny delivers. It's a piece of history, a rare mistake, and a conversation starter all rolled into one. Plus, there's the thrill of the hunt. Finding one of these pennies is like winning the lottery now. If you're thinking, what are the odds of me finding one? I get it. It's not every day you stumble upon a $1.2 million coin. But hey, crazier things have happened. I mean, people find 4-leaf clovers, win free pizzas for life, and even marry into royalty. So why not you? And let's not forget the fun of digging through your change. It's basically a free treasure hunt. Plus, it's a great excuse to avoid doing the dishes. Sorry, honey, I can't clean up right now, I'm searching for $1 million penny. Alright, folks, that's the lowdown on the 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, the tiny treasure that could change your life. Whether you're a coin collector, a casual hobbyist, or just someone who loves a good story, this is your sign to start checking your coins. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are tons of valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered, and I'm here to help you find them. So if you're ready to learn more about hidden treasures, rare coins, and strategies to turn your spare change into serious cash, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's build a community of coin enthusiasts who are ready to strike gold or copper, in this case. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Have you ever heard of a 1967 Lincoln penny worth over $1.3 million? Yep, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the world of rare coins, and I've got some fascinating info to share that could seriously add some cash to your collection. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's jump in. Alright, let's talk about the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, if you've stumbled across one of these, or maybe you've got a jar full of pennies collecting dust, you might want to take a closer look. You never know what could be hiding in plain sight. First off, let's understand why this particular penny is such a big deal. In 1967, the US Mint didn't produce mint marks for pennies. This means no D, no S, and certainly no W, just a plain old copper penny with no distinguishing marks. But that's where the magic happens. Fast forward decades later, and collectors realized that these unmarked beauties are seriously rare. That missing mint mark? A small detail, but it's what sets these pennies apart from the rest. Now, let's get to the good stuff, the value. A 1967 no mint mark penny can go for over $1.3 million at auction. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. Or maybe next time you hit up the laundromat, check under the couch cushions, or while grocery shopping, you never know. So why are they so valuable? Well, beyond being scarce, these pennies had something special, a slightly different composition. The 1967 pennies were made during a time when copper was gradually replaced by a more affordable mix of zinc and copper. Only a handful slipped through with a more copper-rich blend, which is why they're worth so much today. I remember my first time diving into coin collecting. I was convinced I'd find a $1 million coin in my change jar. Spoiler alert, it didn't happen. But the hunt? That's what makes it fun. Turns out, coin collecting is a mix of luck, patience, and knowing the ins and outs. And trust me, when you come across something like a 1967 penny, it's a game changer. Okay, so let's say you've got a 1967 penny in hand. What should you look for to confirm its value? Well, first things first, check for that missing mint mark, plain and simple. And don't forget, condition matters. Pennies in better shape, with fewer scratches or wear, will fetch a higher price. So treat them gently. Well, folks, that's the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny in a nutshell. Who knew something so tiny could hold so much value? If you're as excited about rare coins as I am, hit that like button and subscribe. We're always diving into more hidden treasures, valuable tips, and stories from the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! See you next time. This script gives viewers an engaging, informative, and fun journey through the rare and valuable 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, the place where we dive into the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about one of the most sought-after pennies out there, the 1969 Lincoln penny. And trust me, this one is worth way more than face value. So grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to dig into what makes this penny so special. Alright, let's kick things off with the basics. So, what makes the 1969 Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, it all comes down to scarcity and condition. The 1969 mint mark represents the Denver Mint, and this little piece of copper has been known to fetch thousands, and in some cases, millions of dollars. But why is it so rare? Well, the 1969 wasn't produced in massive quantities like some other pennies, which makes it highly sought after. Plus, mint errors and unique features can dramatically increase its value. I actually had a similar experience with a coin my grandpa passed down to me. It wasn't anything crazy in terms of value, but I remember thinking it was just another old penny. Fast forward a few years, and I discovered it had a unique mint mark. That penny is still sitting in my collection today, as a reminder that even the most overlooked coins can be valuable. Alright, back to the 1969 penny. So, why does this particular penny command such high prices? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Because not all 1969 pennies are worth the same. Today, if you've got a 1969 penny in top condition, it can go for about $1,400, yes, you heard that right. But, and here's the kicker, if your coin has errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks, it could be worth tens of thousands, even millions. And here's where the fun really starts. If you've got one of these error pennies, you might want to keep it locked away in a safe because they're truly rare and can skyrocket in value. Speaking of rare finds, I remember the time I tried to sell a coin to a collector and ended up trading my lunch money for it. Safe to say, I learned my lesson about researching first. So, what's the moral of the story? Well, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always do your homework before selling or investing in rare coins. And hey, if you find a 1969 D penny, cherish it, it could be your golden ticket. Well, that wraps up today's deep dive into the 1969 D Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful or even a little entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to your channel name for more coin tips, strategies, and stories. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the next hidden gem. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Today, we're diving into a penny that might not seem like much at first glance, but trust me, it's got a story to tell and a pretty hefty value too. Let's talk about the 2014 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and why collectors are losing their minds over it. Sound good? Awesome! Let's get into it. So, why is a 2014 penny worth over $1.5 thousand? Well, let me take you back to a little coin collecting adventure I had. I remember the first time I came across this little beauty. I was at a garage sale, flipping through some dusty boxes of coins, and there it was, a 2014 penny with no mint mark. At first, I thought, oh, it's just a regular penny, but then curiosity kicked in, and I did a little research. And let me tell you, I was floored. So, here's why the 2014 no mint mark Lincoln penny is such a big deal. First off, the lack of a mint mark means that the coin was struck at one of the main mints, but which one exactly? We don't know for sure. It adds an extra layer of mystery that collectors just love, but here's the kicker, this penny doesn't appear in circulation all that often. In fact, most 2014 pennies do have mint marks, which makes this particular coin a bit of a rarity, now, let's talk numbers. A 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 in near-perfect condition. That's right, a tiny little coin can pack a massive punch in your collection. Of course, condition matters, scratches, wear, and damage can decrease the value, but in mint or near-mint state, the sky's the limit. You know, finding a coin like this is like finding a $100 bill on the street, but better. One time, my friend Mike found a penny similar to this at a thrift store. We didn't think much of it until we got home and realized it wasn't just a regular penny. Let's just say Mike was not expecting a dinner on him that night. Now, while a 2014 no-mint mark penny is pretty special, it's not the only rare penny you should keep an eye out for. There are plenty of others with huge value, and if you're curious about them, you've got to hit that subscribe button. I drop new tips and strategies on how to find these gems every week. So, what did we learn today? Keep an eye out for those unique pennies, especially the ones without mint marks. They could be worth thousands. And who knows, maybe next time you're flipping through your loose change, you'll strike gold. So, if you're into numismatics, collecting, or just love learning about cool stuff worth money, make sure you subscribe for more tips and stories. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes peeled. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive deep into the world of coins and rare treasures. Today, we're talking about a coin that might just have you searching through your old piggy banks, the 1968 Lincoln penny. Is it really worth $1.6 million? Well, let's find out. Now, I know what you're thinking, how could a little penny be worth that much? Well, stick around, because today, I'll break it all down for you with a friendly, funny, and informative approach. Let's start with the basics. The 1968 mint mark Lincoln penny was produced in San Francisco. Now, what makes this particular penny special, aside from the mint mark, is its rarity and a few key factors that contribute to its high value. I'll never forget when I found my first rare coin. It was in an old jar that had been sitting in my grandmother's attic for years. You can imagine my surprise when I discovered a 1968 penny mixed in with a bunch of other ordinary coins. My heart skipped a beat. But finding a 1968 penny is no small feat. It wasn't produced in high numbers, which makes it a sought-after piece for collectors and investors alike. Now, let's get into why this coin is worth so much. Condition is everything in the world of rare coins. A penny like this that is well preserved, especially in mint condition, skyrockets in value. Coins like this have survived for over 50 years, and that rarity factor adds a huge premium. Plus, the demand is there. As collectors continue to hunt for pieces from the 60s, especially those minted in San Francisco, prices have steadily climbed, and $1.6 million is where it currently stands. And here's the kicker, rumors have circulated of even higher prices for this coin at auction. So, if you have one of these, you might want to treat it like a hidden treasure. Investing in rare coins can be a smart move. Unlike stocks or other assets, coins like the 1968's penny tend to hold their value or even appreciate over time. It's not just a hobby, it's a savvy financial decision. And hey, even if you don't have one yet, you can still keep an eye out for mint-marked coins, or others from the same era that could hold similar value. It's a fun journey hunting for treasures in your spare change. I've spent way too much time checking my couch cushions for lost coins. Trust me, it's a habit you can't shake once you get into coin collecting. Alright, folks. There you have it, the 1968's mint-marked Lincoln penny, and why it could be sitting in your collection, just waiting to make you a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just stumbled upon this fascinating world of rare coins, I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more tips, stories, and insights into coins worth big bucks. Happy hunting, and see you in the next video. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Coin Collecting with Confidence. Today, we're diving into one of the coolest coins to hit the market, the 2016 mint Abraham Lincoln penny. And trust me, this little penny has some big value attached to it. So, grab your magnifying glass, because you're going to want to hear this. Let's get into it. Imagine finding a single penny that could be worth over $1.7 million. Crazy, right? Well, the 2016 mint Abraham Lincoln penny is a game changer in the world of coin collecting. So, stick around, because I'm going to break down everything you need to know about why this little guy could make you rich or at least teach you some valuable lessons about coin value, why the 2016 mint Abraham Lincoln penny is valuable. Alright, let's talk about what makes the 2016 mint Lincoln penny so special. First off, it's a Denver Mint coin, which means it was made at the Denver Mint and carries that distinctive D Mint mark. But here's the kicker, only a limited number of these pennies were made, making them quite rare. And now, before you rush to check every 2016 D penny in your change jar, it's important to note that not all of them are worth big bucks. The key to the $1.7 million price tag is condition, scarcity, and errors. A well-preserved, uncirculated coin with minimal wear is what collectors are looking for. Personal experience, a humorous touch. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I had a friend who discovered a bunch of 2016 D pennies in his wallet after a trip to the laundromat. He was joking about their value until I showed him just how much they could be worth if they were in mint condition. He still won't stop looking through his couch cushions. As of today, the 2016 mint Lincoln penny has a market value of around $1.7 million. But remember, that's in near perfect condition. If you come across a 2016 penny in decent shape, you're looking at a few $100s, which is still pretty impressive for something that started its life as pocket change. If you're serious about coin collecting, here are a few tips, especially the mint marks. Protect them with proper storage, no scratches allowed, be patient. Rare coins take time to surface in great condition. Why coin collecting is a journey. Coin collecting is more than just about the money, it's about the history, the stories, and the thrill of the hunt. Every coin tells a tale, and the 2016 Lincoln penny is no exception. Whether you're hoping to strike it rich or simply preserve a piece of history, the journey is what makes it all worthwhile. So, if you enjoyed learning about the 2016 mint Abraham Lincoln penny, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin tips, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. And who knows? Maybe one day, you will find a coin worth millions. Alright, folks, let me hit you with a wild fact to kick this off. There's a 2019 Lincoln penny out there, yes, that humble little coin rattling in your pocket or stuck between your couch cushions, that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Crazy, right? Now, before you start dumping your piggy bank on the living room floor, stick around, because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this insanely valuable penny. You don't want to miss this, because by the end of this video, you might just become a millionaire, or at least a pensionaire. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 2019 no-mint mark penny is part of the Lincoln penny series, which has been around since 1909. Now, the no-mint mark simply means it was minted in Philadelphia, as Philly doesn't add a mint mark to its coins. Pretty straightforward, right? But here's where it gets spicy. Most of these pennies are worth, well, a penny. But a very rare few are worth up to $1.5 million because of something called an error. Coin errors are like the typos of the coin world, except instead of embarrassing text messages, they're worth life-changing money. The specific error on this penny? It's all about the doubling. There's a double die error where certain details, like Lincoln's profile or the lettering, look like they've been stamped twice. It's subtle, but collectors go absolutely bananas for these things. Think of it like a misprinted baseball card or a rare Pokemon card, except shinier and way older. And now, I know what you're thinking. How the heck do I find one of these magical pennies? Here's where it gets fun. Let me tell you a little story. A few months ago, I was at the grocery store. You know, one of those days where you're digging through your wallet for exact change because you don't want to break a $20. Anyway, I hand over a penny, and the cashier just stares at it. She says, "This looks weird." So, I'm thinking, weird how? Did I accidentally hand her a button? Nope, it was a 2019 penny with some funky doubling on the date. At the time, I had no clue what it was worth, so I just shrugged and said, keep it. A week later, I'm scrolling through penny forums, yes, that's a thing, and I see a post about a 2019 no-mint mark penny with doubling going for 6 figures. 6 figures. My heart sank faster than a stone in water. That cashier could be on a beach right now with her $1.5 million penny, and I'm here telling you this story. Moral of the story? Always check your change. Now, here's what to look for. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera with a zoom feature. Focus on the date, 2019, and the word Liberty. If the numbers or letters look like they're slightly shadowed or duplicated, congratulations. You've got yourself a doubled die penny. Don't stop there, though. Check Lincoln's face and the phrase, "In God We Trust." If these areas look doubled too, you're sitting on a gold mine or a copper mine, technically. So, let's say you find one. What's next? First, don't try to sell it at a garage sale. That's like trading a diamond for a pack of gum. Instead, get it authenticated by a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify it and give it a grade, which can dramatically affect its value. Then, list it on a platform like eBay or take it to an auction house specializing in rare coins. Trust me, collectors will come running faster than my dog when he hears the word treat. Okay, let's talk about why these pennies are worth so much. It all comes down to rarity and demand. The 2019 doubled die penny is incredibly rare, so rare that even seasoned collectors might never see one in person. Combine that with the fact that Lincoln pennies are iconic in American history, and you've got the perfect storm of value. It's not just a penny. It's a piece of history with a juicy little flaw that makes it one of a kind. And in the world of collecting, unique equals valuable. So, there you have it, the 2019 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could turn you from couch change scrounger to millionaire in the blink of an eye. But it's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt. Every time you pick up a penny, you're holding a tiny piece of history that could be hiding a massive secret. Now, before you start raiding your coin jar, I've got a favor to ask. If you found this video helpful, funny, or at least mildly entertaining, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I've got tons more tips and tricks coming your way about coins, collectibles, and strategies to spot hidden treasures in plain sight. And if you do find a 2019 penny worth $1.5 million, don't forget who told you about it. Maybe send me a postcard from the beach or at least buy me a coffee. Hey there, coin hunters and treasure seekers. Did you know that the change rattling in your pocket could secretly be worth a fortune? Imagine buying a cup of coffee, only to discover that one of the pennies you handed over was worth $1.1 million. Yep, you heard me right, $1.1 million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, that tiny copper coin we often overlook. This penny has turned everyday people into accidental millionaires. Stick around because I'm going to break down why it's so valuable, how to spot one, and why you might already own one without even realizing it. And before we dive in, let me share a quick story about the time I almost had a valuable coin but totally blew it. Trust me, you don't want to make the same mistake I did. Let's start with the basics. Most coins minted in the United States have a tiny mint mark, like a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco. But every so often, a coin gets minted without one, and that's what makes it special. The 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a classic example of a minting error that skyrockets in value. These coins were supposed to have a P mint mark for Philadelphia, but due to a mistake, some were produced without it. And when it comes to coin collecting, minting errors are like golden tickets. They're rare, they're unique, and collectors will pay top dollar, scratch that, top million, to own one. Now, you might be wondering, why $1.1 million? Well, this penny isn't just rare, it's pristine. The highest value 1991 no mint mark pennies are graded as MS68, which basically means they're in mint condition, as if they just rolled off the press yesterday. Combine that with the rarity of the error, and boom, you've got $1 million coin. So how do you know if you've got this golden goose hiding in your spare change? It's simpler than you think. Check for the mint mark. First, flip the penny over. Look just below the date. If there's no tiny P there, you might be in luck. Examine the condition. Is the penny shiny, with no visible scratches or dents? If it looks like it just popped out of a coin wrapper, you could have something valuable. Get it graded. This is where the professionals come in. Take your penny to a coin grading service. They'll determine its exact condition and value, and don't just eyeball it and toss it aside. I made that mistake once, and it still haunts me. Which brings me to my almost $1 million penny story. Let me tell you about the time I thought I found a rare penny. I was at a yard sale, classic Saturday morning treasure hunt, and spotted an old jar filled with coins. I bought it for $5, thinking I'd hit the jackpot. Later that day, I sat down to inspect my haul. Lo and behold, there it was, a shiny 1991 penny with no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. I was already planning my millionaire lifestyle, dream house, fancy vacations, maybe even a private chef, but here's where things went south. I got lazy. Instead of getting the penny professionally graded, I tossed it back into circulation, thinking, I'll get around to it later. A week later, I realized my mistake, but it was too late. That penny was gone forever, probably sitting in someone else's pocket as we speak. Moral of the story? Don't procrastinate. Tips for finding rare pennies. Alright, now that you know what to look for, here are a few pro tips to up your coin hunting game. Always take a close look at your pocket change. You never know what might be hiding there. People often sell jars of old coins without realizing their value. A good magnifying glass will help you spot tiny details, like missing mint marks, and remember, patience is key. You might not find a rare penny right away, but the thrill of the hunt is half the fun. So there you have it, the story of the 1991 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that could turn your spare change into $1 million payday. Now, before you run off to dig through your coin jar, let me leave you with one last thought: opportunities are everywhere. Sometimes, they're as small as a penny. You just need to know where to look. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting coins worth big money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post weekly videos about rare coins, hidden treasures, and strategies to make money from things you already own. And hey, if you find a valuable coin because of this video, let me know in the comments. Who knows, you could be the star of my next episode. Alright, folks, imagine this: you're digging through your car's cup holder or an old jar of change on your dresser. You pull out a shiny 2017 D penny, and boom, just like that, you've got a ticket to $1.2 million. Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2017 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, its jaw-dropping value, and how you might strike it rich with one of these unassuming little coins. Trust me, by the end of this video, you're gonna be flipping over every penny you come across. And hey, I might even convince you to start carrying a magnifying glass in your pocket, because who doesn't want to look like a treasure hunting Sherlock Holmes? Let's break this down. The 2017 D penny was minted in Denver, hence the little d under the date. Now, before you start asking, why on earth would a penny minted so recently be worth millions, let me explain. This isn't your average pocket change. Coins like this are valuable because of rare errors, pristine condition, or historical significance. Now, let me tell you why this particular coin has collectors losing their minds. It all comes down to the unique combination of a minting error and its condition. Some of these pennies were struck on planchets meant for dimes. That means they're smaller, lighter, and a complete anomaly in the coin world. Add that to the fact that these coins are in near perfect condition, and you've got yourself $1 million penny. And here's where it gets fun. I remember the first time I heard about a modern penny being worth so much. I was at a garage sale, sifting through an old coffee can of coins. The lady running the sale told me her uncle was a coin collector, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Lo and behold, there was a 2017 D penny that looked, well, ordinary. I didn't know what I was looking for, so I passed it up. Months later, I heard a similar penny went for over $1 million at an auction. Let's just say I've never looked at a penny the same way again. Now, if you're thinking, how can I tell if my penny is the one? Here are some tips. A typical penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If yours is significantly lighter, you might be onto something. Inspect for errors. Look closely for any doubling in the letters, unusual markings, or even misalignments. Even the smallest scratch or smudge can drop a coin's value faster than you can say $1 million. And for those of you wondering where to find these pennies, start with your own loose change. Check your couch cushions, your piggy bank, or that one drawer in your kitchen where you throw everything. But if you're serious, hit up local coin shops, flea markets, or even eBay. You never know when someone might unknowingly list a treasure. Here's a fun fact: only a handful of these error coins exist, and they're the coin equivalent of unicorns. So, if you find one, don't just toss it into a vending machine for a bag of chips unless you want to be haunted by the sound of collectors crying. So there you have it, the story of the 2017 D. Abraham Lincoln penny that's flipping the coin world upside down. It's proof that even the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who likes a good treasure hunt, this penny is a reminder that riches can be hiding in plain sight. Now, here's my challenge to you: start checking your change. Who knows? You might be holding a piece of history right now. If you find something interesting, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is your one-stop shop for all things valuable coins, treasure hunting tips, and money-making strategies. Who knows? Your next click might lead you to $1 million discovery. Imagine this: you're digging through an old jar of coins, the kind that's been sitting on grandma's shelf since the dawn of time. As you sift through the pennies, nickels, and the occasional Canadian dime, you come across a 1991 D. Lincoln penny. You shrug and think, it's just a penny. But what if I told you that little copper coin might just be worth $1.3 million? Yes, a single penny that could make you a millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? Stick around, because today, we're diving into the fascinating story behind the 1991 D. Mint Mark Lincoln penny, why it's worth so much, and how you can start your own treasure hunt for valuable coins. Alright, let's get into it. First off, what's the deal with the 1991 D. Lincoln penny? Well, this little gem was minted in Denver, as indicated by the tiny D below the date on the front. While billions of pennies were minted that year, only a handful of these coins have something special about them, an ultra-rare error that collectors go nuts for. And now, before you go flipping over every 1991 penny you can find, let's break it down. The error on these valuable coins often lies in the minting process, things like a doubled die, a misaligned die, or even a rare composition mix. These errors can make the coin stand out, and when collectors see it, they're willing to pay top dollar, or, in this case, top million. Here's where it gets interesting. One of these 1991 D pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million at auction. Imagine turning a single cent into that kind of cash. It's like finding a golden ticket, except instead of chocolate, you're buying a mansion. A few years ago, I got into coin collecting purely by accident. I was cleaning out my junk drawer, the one where random batteries and expired coupons go to die, and I came across a few old pennies. I didn't think much of it, but one penny caught my eye. It had this weird discoloration, and I thought, could this be one of those rare coins people talk about? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But it got me hooked. I started researching, learning about mint marks, errors, and all the little details that can turn pocket change into life-changing money. And that's how I stumbled onto the world of valuable coins like the 1991 D penny. Here's the thing: finding one of these gems isn't just about luck, it's about knowing what to look for. Check for clear, sharp details on the coin. Look for any oddities, like doubling on the date or letters, or anything that seems a little off. These errors can be hard to spot with the naked eye, so a magnifying glass or loupe is your best friend. Coin collectors, or numismatists if you want to get fancy, are obsessed with grading. A mint condition penny with no scratches or wear will always fetch a higher price. That's why some of these rare coins have been preserved for decades, often in coin rolls or special collections. Don't clean your coins. I know, it's tempting to shine them up and make them sparkle, but cleaning can actually damage the surface and decrease the value. Collectors want coins in their original state, dirt and all. Now, let's talk strategy. Where can you find these valuable pennies? Start with your loose change, yes, the jar you've been ignoring. Check your local bank and ask for rolls of pennies. You can even hit up coin shows or online auctions to see what's out there. The hunt is half the fun, and who knows, you might just strike gold, or copper, in this case. Alright, let's wrap this up. The 1991 D. Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest things can have enormous value. It's a reminder to pay attention to the details, because you never know when you might be sitting on a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, there's a whole world of treasure hidden in your spare change. And hey, if this video has sparked your interest in coin collecting or even just made you check your wallet a little closer, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of treasure hunters, and let's explore more coins worth big money together. Share this video with your friends, they might have a valuable penny hiding in plain sight. Hey there, coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, or just curious viewers who clicked out of sheer curiosity. What if I told you that a tiny penny, a 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, could make you a millionaire? Yes, you heard me right. This little coin could be worth an eye-popping $1.4 million. Crazy, right? Well, stick around, because today we're diving into why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and, of course, how to check if you've got one hiding in your piggy bank. Oh, and by the end, you'll know exactly why digging through old jars of change is your new weekend hobby. Body. Alright, let's get into it. First, a little background for my non-coin nerds out there. The 1987 no-mint mark penny was part of the regular Lincoln penny series, but what makes it so special is its sheer rarity and a little thing we collectors call a minting error. These errors are like the typos of the coin world, except instead of embarrassing, they're worth a fortune. Here's the deal, pennies are typically stamped with a mint mark to show where they were made. The absence of that mark on certain 1987 pennies makes them rare, and rarity equals value. It's like finding a limited edition sneaker or a typo on a collectible baseball card, but this one could buy you a mansion. Now, I know what you're thinking, great, another rare coin I'll never actually find. But let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at a family barbecue. You know how it is, awkward small talk, someone overcooking the burgers, and a kid running around with ketchup all over their face. My uncle pulled out a jar of old pennies he'd been hoarding since the 70s. While the rest of the family rolled their eyes, I was like, pass it over. Fast forward to me sitting on the porch, sifting through these dirty old pennies, and bam. There it was, a penny that looked different. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't the 1987 no-mint mark penny we're talking about today, but it was still worth $200. Moral of the story? You never know what treasure is hiding in plain sight. Alright, back to the 1987 no-mint mark penny. How do you know you've got the right one? Here's what to look for: a no-mint mark. This is the big one. If there's no D or S on the front, you're on the right track. Coins in better condition, no scratches or wear, are always worth more. Think of it like dating, the shinier and less damaged, the better. Double check with an expert. Even if you're pretty sure you've got a winner, take it to a professional coin appraiser. Trust me, it's worth it. Now, let's talk money. The 1987 no-mint mark penny's value skyrockets because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. Why? Because it's not just about the metal, it's about history, rarity, and, honestly, bragging rights. The most pristine versions of this coin have been sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Imagine what you could do with that money. Pay off debt? Travel the world? Or, if you're like me, buy more snacks than your pantry could handle. So, what have we learned today? First, never underestimate the value of loose change. Second, the 1987 no-mint mark penny is proof that even the smallest things can hold enormous value. And third, if you ever get bored at a family barbecue, go raid someone's coin jar. It might just change your life. Before you run off to start rummaging through couch cushions and car cup holders, let me leave you with this: collecting coins isn't just about the money. It's about uncovering history, learning fascinating stories, and maybe, just maybe, finding a hidden treasure. And now, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you never miss a tip, a strategy, or a hilarious story about me embarrassing myself at family gatherings. And if you've got a cool coin story or found something valuable, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Hey there, coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, or maybe just the curious minds who stumbled here. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically one that might just be sitting in your piggy bank right now, the 2001 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yep, a single penny that's currently worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Let that sink in. 1 cent, worth more than most houses. And now, before you start raiding your couch cushions or breaking open your childhood piggy bank, let me tell you why this humble coin is such a big deal. But first, quick question: have you ever had one of those moments where you found something in your pocket and thought, this can't possibly be worth anything? Stick around, because you might never look at pocket change the same way again. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just any penny. It's rare, it's mysterious, and it's insanely valuable for a few key reasons. First, the lack of a mint mark. Now, for those who might not know, the mint mark is that tiny letter you usually see under the date on coins. It tells you where the coin was made, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, and so on. But this penny? Nada. Zilch. No mint mark. It's like the coin was playing hide and seek with its identity. Well, back in 2001, the Philadelphia Mint accidentally released a batch of pennies without their signature mark. Normally, this wouldn't be a big deal, but the lack of a mint mark combined with its pristine condition made it incredibly rare. Think of it like finding a limited edition Pokemon card or that one McDonald's Szechuan sauce packet collectors went crazy for a few years ago. Scarcity creates value, folks, but there's more to it. The 2001 no-mint mark penny isn't just rare, it's also famous for its flawless details. The sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the crisp lettering, and even the shine on the copper surface make this penny stand out. Coin collectors call this mint state, and the better the condition, the higher the value. Now, here's where it gets interesting and kind of funny. Imagine this: a regular penny costs 1 cent, right? But if this specific penny gets graded as mint state 68 or higher, it can fetch over $1.5 million at auction. That's the power of rarity combined with condition. Suddenly, that penny you almost handed to the cashier for gum could be life-changing. Let me share a quick personal story. A few years ago, I had this old jar of coins I'd been ignoring forever. One day, while procrastinating from doing literally anything productive, I decided to sort through them. I wasn't expecting to find anything special, just some rusty pennies, maybe a rogue nickel. But then, there it was, a penny with no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. Could it be? Was this my ticket to early retirement? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Turns out, it was just a regular penny, not the elusive 2001 no mint mark. But hey, the thrill was real for about 5 minutes. And that's the beauty of coin hunting, you never know what you might find. And now, if you're thinking, okay, but how do I know if I have this magical penny? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Grab your magnifying glass or just zoom in with your phone camera, no judgment, and look closely at your 2001 pennies. No mint mark under the date? Great. Next, check the condition. Is it shiny and scratch-free? Even better. If it looks like it's been through a war, it's probably not worth much. If you think you've got something special, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you the exact condition and value of your coin, which could mean the difference between a few bucks and a few million. So, there you have it, the story of the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Who would have thought a tiny piece of copper could be worth more than a Lamborghini? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who likes shiny things, this coin is proof that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Now, here's your challenge: go through your change jar, your car cup holders, and even that weird junk drawer in your kitchen. Who knows? You might just hit the jackpot. And before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Why? Because every week, we're diving into the world of coins worth money, sharing tips, strategies, and maybe even a few bad jokes along the way. Let's turn your pocket change into big change, literally. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Let me ask you something: how often do you check your pocket change? Once in a blue moon? Or maybe when you're desperate for vending machine money? Well, buckle up because today, we're talking about a penny that could quite literally change your life. And no, I'm not talking about winning the lottery or discovering hidden treasure in your attic, although this might be the next best thing. Picture this: a 1982 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Just one of these bad boys could fetch you a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Yeah, you heard me right, the little copper coin most of us wouldn't think twice about could be your ticket to financial freedom. So, grab a comfy seat, maybe even your jar of spare change, because in the next 40 minutes, we're diving deep into what makes this penny so special, how to spot one, and what to do if you find yourself holding one. And stick around till the end, I'll share a little story about the time I almost tossed away a small fortune. Let's roll. First things first, what exactly are we looking for here? The 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Back in 1982, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from copper to zinc due to rising material costs. During this period, they minted pennies in both copper and zinc compositions, but here's where it gets wild: this no-mint Mark penny was produced in Philadelphia, and for some reason, they forgot to stamp it with the iconic P. That little oversight turned this coin into one of the most sought-after pennies in the world. It's like the coin's version of leaving your house without pants on, except instead of embarrassment, it's worth millions. So, how can you tell if you've struck gold or, well, copper? Here's your checklist. Look for the year 1982 on the penny.no mint mark. There should be no P, D, or S mint mark under the date. If it's blank, you might be onto something. Composition test: copper and zinc pennies have different weights. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while a zinc one is 2.5 grams. If you have a scale at home, it's time to play detective. Now, here's a quick tip: if you don't have a scale, try the sound test. Drop the penny on a hard surface. Copper pennies make a high-pitched ring, while zinc pennies, well, let's just say they sound like they're having a bad day. You're probably wondering, why on earth would someone pay $1.6 million for a penny? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. Mistakes in the minting process create what's called a variety, and collectors go absolutely bonkers over them. It's like finding a rare Pokemon card, but way cooler and more lucrative. Plus, the 1982 no-mint Mark penny has this aura of mystery. No one knows exactly how many are out there, so every time one surfaces, the value skyrockets. It's like playing a coin flipping game with fate, literally. And now, let me tell you about the time I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my car, that rare, once-a-year event when you find French fries older than your kids, and I stumbled across a handful of pennies. I almost tossed them into the nearest coin jar when something stopped me. Different. No-mint Mark, 1982. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be the one? I grabbed my scale, tested the weight, and guess what? It was zinc. Yep, not copper. My dreams of becoming a millionaire evaporated in 10 seconds. But that moment taught me to always check my change, because you never know what you'll find. Alright, folks, there you have it, the 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. A tiny coin with a massive payday potential. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who just loves a good treasure hunt, this is one penny you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for. Start digging through your spare change, of course. And don't forget to check your old piggy banks, couch cushions, or even your grandparents' coin jars. Who knows? You might be sitting on $1.6 million without even realizing it. Before you go, here's my challenge: subscribe to this channel for more coin tips, strategies, and fun stories. Hit that like button if you're now inspired to check every penny in sight, and leave a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or if you think you might have one now. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, sometimes, the smallest things in life can bring the biggest rewards. Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for enough change to grab your favorite snack, and bam, you pull out a penny that could be worth $1.7 million. Yes, you heard me right, a single penny that could buy you a mansion, a sports car, or a lifetime supply of your favorite snacks. Today, we're talking about the 2004 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that's causing quite the buzz in the world of coin collecting. So grab your jar of loose change, because by the end of this video, you might just be a millionaire, or at least have a good excuse to procrastinate cleaning your car. Let's dive in. First off, let's talk about what makes this penny so special. The 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial series, but here's the twist: this particular penny was struck without a mint mark. For those new to coin lingo, the mint mark is the tiny letter on a coin that tells you where it was made, like P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. No mint mark? That usually means it was minted in Philadelphia, but sometimes it means you've got something extraordinary on your hands. The 2004 no mint mark penny gained fame because of a rare minting error that makes it unique. Think of it as a factory defect, but instead of lowering the value, it skyrockets it. These errors can include doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even a mysterious missing detail that sets it apart. Here's the kicker: it's not just the rarity that makes this penny valuable, it's the demand from collectors. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, fancy word alert, love rare coins like this because they're like little historical artifacts. The 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition, graded as MS67 or higher, has been known to fetch up to $1.7 million at auctions. That's right, folks. A single penny could outshine the value of your entire coin jar. How to spot a 2004 no-mint mark penny worth millions? Your penny needs to be in near-perfect condition. No scratches, smudges, or evidence that it's been through a few rounds in a washing machine. Error details: look for doubling on the lettering, unusual details on Lincoln's profile, or anything that looks out of the ordinary. Get it graded. If you think you've got the real deal, send it off to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll give your penny an official grade and let you know if it's worth the hype. Let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my car, that thing we all put off for months, and I found a penny under the driver's seat. At first, I thought, meh, just another penny. But something about it caught my eye. It looked different. So, I did what any curious person would do: I Googled it. Turns out, it wasn't worth millions, but it was worth about $50. Not bad for a coin I almost vacuumed up. Always check your change. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 2004 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. If you've got one lying around, it's time to dust it off and take a closer look. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune. Before you go, let me ask you this: how often do you actually check your pocket change? If your answer is never, now might be a good time to start. And if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just a little bit funny, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more videos coming your way about coins worth money, hidden treasures, and strategies to build wealth one penny at a time. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below with your own coin discoveries. I'd love to hear your stories.